Hello America, hello world, hello YouTube, hello Red Brick family. Now, I was at the chill out zone yesterday, hump day, and after I leave, because I couldn't stay, I had to go pick up my woman, um, Mark starts showing ice in the melted world in Antarctica. So I got up this morning and I wanted to do my own. I looked at, you know, a couple thousand pictures of Antarctica. Didn't really, collect any data or know forth about it. But this morning, I stumbled across a bunch of images that really made me think, and I wanted to show you this one here. Okay, East Antarctica. Okay, so we're going to waste our time at TB4 station, and this is where they're checking for microbes and so forth, they say. But here's and this is TB4, so this is the entrance to this building that's there. And they say they carved this here, right? They carved this. They got extra time just to carve this up there, right? So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in on this carving for you, folks. And first of all, what do you see right here? You see brick lines, brick lines, brick lines. Let's go over here. Go on this side, fellas, and run your brick lines first, right? And we come over here. Oh, we lost it there, sorry. We come down here. And we're just going to say, hey, carve these blocks in here and these stairs up here and so forth and all this here. See? Now look at this. Oh, and this big aperture hole here. Make sure you dig in real good and dig an aperture hole there. No. See? We know one thing. I know one thing for certain. They have lied and cheated to us. They have an Antarctica treaty where nobody can go. In 1957, these people flying this flag here, red, white, and blue, went to a chunk of Antarctica that Adolf Hitler had for modifying the weather. Okay? So, weather control. We'll just play this real quick for educational purposes. Weather control from here. Check it out.
Control. In the 1950s, the US government invested a lot of money in studying the weather in Antarctica, with more purposes in mind than giving a forecast. By using radiation, among other things, they were very confident that they could control the weather worldwide. Could this have contributed to the worldwide increase of hurricanes?
Without a doubt, folks. Every day they chemtrail us all over the place. It's not contrails. They give you a narrative. Underneath my video here in a minute, they'll have a contrail ad by a government official organization, whether it be Wikipedia or Britannica or some lying narrative. So we know today that they do modify the weather. They continue to say that people are conspiracy theorists. We just seen the biggest tornadoes go across America. 200 miles of them, wrecking, going through 4 or 5 states, wrecking stuff incredibly, guilty of murder and so forth. China last summer modified their weather. This is proven and talked about openly, but yet people who talk about conspiracy theories. No, we need to get to the bottom of this, and we need to get these people this is our government that's been taken over. We, the people, need to get our government back. And these people who've been creating laws and running the show all need to be collectively locked up. Not some of them, all of them. Okay, more mysteries discovered made in Antarctica.
Number 3. The Kraken? One of the all-time great sea legends is that there's a monster squid.
See, that's the kind of stuff that they want to hand you instead of looking at the real stuff. Now, if you subscribe to that guy's channel, go on subscribe. It's just another guy who's a Pied Piper just chasing you around, wants to show you a bunch of goobly gop stuff. Okay? You can look up some stuff about HAARP and how they're controlling the weather, and HAARP sold stuff to colleges that are tied into the beast system of garbage. So look up some of the things on your own and understand what I'm saying is an absolute fact. Okay, so Pinterest, man, you guys are Terrible. So, Antarctica anomaly right there, right? So, there's another anomaly, okay? Over and over. And they want to say UFOs and this and that, rather than looking at what the real deal is, okay? Now, like structures like this. What is this? Huh? See? Once again, a big roulette wheel, some type of dynamo system. What? Part of a grid, another component on the grid. This is what you're seeing there, folks, in Antarctica. And that's in East Antarctica. And there you see a pyramid coming up. It was all red bricks. There you see stairs coming up from the meltage is revealing the stairs. Okay, so we know that they've been lying to us big time about everything, electricity and everything, and even look how they cover up Antarctica today. They've created this little toupee here that have more overlays that makes it look more like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. You know what I mean? Anyway, there it is. There's Mr. Burns, and you see a video I had produced that shows that conclusively. How Hitler hid under ice of Antarctica. Okay. So, more anomalies, more mountains, and we know what mountains are. Mountains are melted buildings. So, more anomalies there of building structure, all building. That's melting. And we see more buildings, and there's lots of ice under it. If you see just the top of the building, some of them are like the size of the buildings that we have here in the Americas or any parts of the world, very tall and so forth. So there's lots of ice over top of that. So there's another more melted building, and they got a blood river they talk about. We know what that is, the carbon-14 being cooked out of the bricks. So go to File Manager. I got a couple quick videos, and not videos, to show you. I'm going to close. It's going to be a real quick video. If it'll let me do that here. Open that up a little bit wider for you to see. Okay. Mother Nature don't carve stuff like this. And you see this ridge? This is just showing you the absolute fact that this was a structure that was built, okay, not carved out by the Ice Age. There was no Ice Age. It was flash frozen. You know, the Ice Age didn't carve out no Great Lakes and so forth. That's a big old lie. So here's another anomaly that they find. That's building structure. You know, you try to hone into it. You can't really get a real good, but they brush this out. You can go on Google Earth and you can find this anomaly here, but they have it brushed out real good. So that's absolute fact. So go to the next slide. And now looky here. That look like Starship Enterprise. Scotty, beam me up. Blah blah blah. Well, there it is again, and this is blurred out real good in Google today. So. And here's part of what you see, this red. That's the carbon-14 after it starts melting. The water flow will go, and the carbon-14 color red had been cooked out of the bricks. They wanted to say that this was plankton and so forth in the past, but they can't because the chemical composition found in it is oxidization from the oxygen and water in our atmosphere, and it's, you know, melting, and there's your red brick color running down. Red bricks. This was all building that you see here, all of it, all here, and these are pockets of survival, and this is what they have brushed out real good. This image, luckily somebody got this and saved this from 2010. You can't go get a screenshot like this from Antarctica today. It's scrubbed out too well. But we have it right here from 2010. And it just shows conclusively building structure, lie. So we don't know if this was this way. I think this was standing up. And see this little aperture right here? It could have been possibly in there. I don't know, but I know stuff was falling this way. Oops, I got out of there somehow. They want to get out of there. So we know that that was falling this way. You can see, we're going to put it back to our window. You can see the way it was, melting this way and falling this way. Also this way, going down this way. And then as the melt was flowing this way. So pretty freaking interesting. There is an anomaly again. The same gobbly-gop narrative they want to give you. And we can hone into that a little bit. Just because we're here right now. And we won't, you won't get nothing more conclusive, but you will get a better look that that's not that's not natural, it wasn't, produced. That was a structure. This whole thing was a structure. Here, all built in. See? So, anyway, we'll close that one there. And see, I got any more images there? Next, right here, yeah. More of the carbon red 14 color being cooked out of the bricks is why you have that red. And once again, you have building structure. See, building structure. Here as well, you see structure, building. They want to tell you, give you gobbledygook of UFOs and some garbage stuff like that. And we know that's not the case. We know that's not the case. See, now looky here. See, building. Part of the tech on the grid. Once again, more tech on the grid. So, any more? Here's a beautiful image as well. And you'll see that in the background, you'll see in the foreground as well, this is all melted building. This is melted building. You can see the outline of the structures of it was all building components on the grid once again. So you could try to hone in that. You're not going to get much more evidence. But what you'll see again is this. You see, they show you clearly the shadow coming off of the top of what they're showing you right there, and they took that image of it just to show you. They couldn't turn around and give you that image because then it would be too evident. But there is the background of it, folks. So we know that's absolute truth too. So we bump out of there, fit that to image there. Another huge aperture hole in East Antarctica. There's a latitude and longitude if you want to go look it up yourself. This is again 2010. You wouldn't be able to go get this with this type of clarity today because they're scrubbing it out way too much. But there's more ample evidence just in this photo by itself of our melted past and those people hiding it from us. 100%. So the Eagle Eye crew is doing it, and they're melting the lie, and it drove me to look, and collectively we're discovering more stuff every single day, So look how small that person is. Look how small. There's a snowmobile. Look how big this aperture is, and what's inside. Some type of tech. Okay. So we could try to hone in that and see, what the hell that is. Tech on a grid. Some type of, generator system, dynamo. We know it's tech. Anyway. So let's see if that's it. And then there. One last image that I have, I believe that's the last one. You could try to hone in it. You can't really tell what it is, other than something of the past, and they're digging there and they give you a false narrative. They know what we're saying is the truth. All the mountains are melted buildings, and right here you see these aperture holes, all in regard to this thing that's sitting there. Okay, what that is, I don't know. We don't have no real scientists, no real leaders. They just hide and try to give us goobly gop, and they create laws that come against their own citizens. And how is that my government? I would never write a law to come against myself. So you need to wake up to that, folks. Wake up. Come visit Spartan Red Chill Out Zone Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll leave links in the description box for some cool red brick channels. Please subscribe to my channel, Chief Joseph, Black Mirror Walker, and Red Bricks. So I want to thank all the Eagle Eye crew for the diligent work you do, the dedication, and I'm just going to call it a close on that one. That's my little touchdown in Antarctica. I'm going to try to find some more information, but that's a lot of conclusive evidence that we just showed you, with people saying that we're conspiracy theories, talking about them blocking the sun and augmenting the weather, and yet they do it. So you're starting to get it. So don't believe nothing they tell you. Absolutely nothing, and don't consent to none of their crap. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy New Year. In the timeline of time that we don't even know where we stand. So it's 1022 according to our assessment of a timeline. So in that time, that's about it. Okay, so love your neighbor like you love yourself, and have a beautiful day. Red bricks in your face. Chief Joseph, Domain, Black Mirror Walker. Peace.